Right guys, how's things? Welcome to another video. First, before we go ahead any further, big thank you to everyone who's watched and subscribed so far in the last 6 months. Completely blown away by the channel and how it's going and how the videos are going, and I'm really pleased. So thanks everybody who's been watching so far. So yeah, you're probably already seen by the title, this is going to be a strange video for me personally. I'm going to do something completely offside. I'm the son of a pike fisherman. Family are all into pike fishing throughout the years, and growing up I always heard stories that they used one bait in particular and it was better than all of the rest, and it's something you don't really hear about these days. You don't hear people talk about using it. So it's been playing in my mind for quite a long time to try it and give it a go, and I thought it would be a good idea then to share the experience, and hopefully we can get a fish on it. So you might be able to see it down beside me, you might not, but yeah, we're gonna try and catch pike on that smoked bacon. So yeah, growing up, as I said, my dad used to tell me that that's all they would have used back in the day. They caught lots of pike on it, lots of big pike on it. I have to say I'm a bit apprehensive that it's actually going to work. So I only brought bacon and no other bait at all, just so then I would have to stick it out and hope for the best and hopefully we get one. So it'll be interesting to see if it works. But yeah, smoked bacon for pike. Let's see what all the fuss is about, and if the stories were true, or maybe my dad was just telling me tales. Okay, so let's see what this is going to be like. I've never used bacon before. Certainly spoke to quite a few anglers over the years who again have similar sort of stories to mine, that it's been passed down over the years that their family members would have used it. It smells great, smoked. I'm not really sure how this is even going to go about hooking it. I've got bait elastic there as well, because I don't think this is going to be great. Maybe the fatty bits is what you really should be hooking it into a bit more. So I want to leave a couple of hooks free at the very least. Although I think that might break in that middle fatty bit, so we'll put a bit of bait elastic around the middle of it, and see if that works. Right, so there's the first rig then. I do feel a bit more confident now that I've seen it. It does look like it'll catch fish, if there is even such a thing. Oh dear. There we have it, both rods are out, both smoky bacon, and yeah, let's see if there's method to the madness. The water's really cold. As I said earlier, there was a hard frost last night. It's actually been a hard frost every night for the past 4 or 5 days. So I'm taking that as a good thing. I think the smoky flavour, the smoky scent will travel. Hopefully they hone in on it. But yeah, I haven't fished in this place in quite a long time. I do know there's the odd nice fish in here. There's also a lot of small ones as well. I'll take anything at the minute, just to see if this works. But yeah. Okay, so half an hour, 30 minutes, and no, nothing as yet. No interest shown on either bits of bacon. So I've recast that one a bit further out into the middle. Gonna go a bit further up to the left with this one. And just keep doing that every 30 minutes or so. Cover a lot of ground. As I said, the water's quite cold, so I don't expect the pike to be moving an awful lot. So I want to make sure I'm covering as much of the area as possible, just so I'm not missing anything out. So as you may have gathered, I have decided to move spots. First to last spot for about an hour and a half, and I just wasn't feeling it at all. Quite a small lake, very shallow. Just wasn't feeling it. So came over to an old favourite. I'm sure some of you might recognise it, some of you don't. But I've got the bacon on both setups. About 2 hours left. Today it was only a short session, 4 hours, 4.5 hours or so. And so by the time it took me to get here and whatnot, I'd say about 2 hours fishing left. So let's hope the bacon can produce some sort of fish in the last 2 hours. So I sort of had a bit of an idea that using bacon was going to be quite slow. So obviously being a first and foremost a lure angler, never going to leave home without my lure rod obviously. Oh, and there's a fish straight away, first cast. Dear dear. Oh, you girl. Not a big fish, but certainly wanted that. So yeah, while bacon maybe isn't working, the goby shad will never let you down. And there you go, first cast with the lure. Bacon has been out for a couple of hours now. Should really be using forceps. Thank you for saving me from a blank in a windy, cold day. Lovely. Goby shad saves the day again. So that was a bit of a turn up for the books. 2 bait rods out for now for a couple of hours. I had this big bright idea that we were going to catch some nice pike, or even some pike on bacon, relive my dad's childhood. Yeah, but it's not working. Not to say that it won't, but when the goby shad's catching you fish, why would I not keep fishing with this? Really fell in love with this lure over this last while. Catches so many fish. So just seen a fish jump down in front of that tree. Now I don't think it was a big fish at all, but when the water temperature is like 3 or 4 degrees and there's fish jumping, oh, he went for it. Wonder will he go again. Certainly showed interest there. I'm really sorry if there's any wind noise in this. It's nothing I can do about it. It's awful. Come on, where'd you go? That's the one there. That's it. That's going to get a fish. Told you there was one hiding in there. For a split second I actually thought that was going to be a much bigger fish, but it was just stuck in the weed. So yeah, number 2 for the goby shad. Still nothing for the bacon. So the bacon is not working. Luckily I brought the lure rod with me, and I've had 2 fish and lost another one just at my feet, which wasn't on camera. But I sort of want to take a moment and talk about something else. I'm certainly not a political person by any stretch. I never really get involved with things like that. But cormorants are something that I really dislike seeing. Now, I'm as much for wildlife conservation as the next person, but something really needs done about them. For example, walking down to this lake, just as I came over the hill, there was 5 cormorants on the lake. Now, this is not a big lake, big body of water by any stretch. It's it's small in comparison to some of the other lakes around here. 5 cormorants will do serious damage. Left unchecked, them fish could be completely wiped out in no time with them birds. Now, I know that these birds are protected and they shouldn't be touched, but at the same time as well, they shouldn't be in our waters. They shouldn't be in fresh water. They're seabird, but they're coming in land. Like where I am at the minute, I am completely in the middle of Ireland, Northern Ireland. They're nowhere near the sea, so why they're in here is anybody's guess. So I definitely feel a bit better after getting that off my chest. As I said, I'm not one to really get into debates or be sort of confrontational about anything at all. I like to just keep myself to myself and go fishing. But whenever it's something like that, that tends to affect or possibly affect my fishing in the long run, then it's something then I feel a bit more strongly about. Yeah, but anyway, as I said, we'll move on. Glad to get it off my chest, and definitely let me know your thoughts on it as well. What the possible solution may be, what you think could be done. Is it our fault? Is it not? But yeah, interesting topic, that's for sure. I'll tell you what else is not interesting is the pike in my bacon. Almost 4 hours now, 3.5 hours, and not a touch on the bacon at all. Maybe they've changed their sense of taste from the 80s. Who knows? Literally about half an hour left before we'll have to go home before it gets dark. So there's still time yet. I think I'll just keep plugging away with the lure rod just to keep myself moving, because it's seriously cold. Okay, time to pack up. Give it 4 hours. It's going to be dark soon, and I am absolutely freezing. I don't think that they want bacon today at all. Okay, so there you have it, folks. 4 hours, maybe a bit more, with the bacon, or bacon, as my English friends would say. And needless to say, it was an epic fail. Thankfully, I brought the lure rod with me, and it saved the day. So we had 2 fish with the lures. Should have said the goby shad, which has been producing lately, and we did lose one as well. Look, I'm not saying the bacon won't work, it just didn't work today. So the jury's still out with me personally on it. I don't know if I will give it a go again. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Certainly with my other baits that I do like to use. So yeah, bit of a test, bit of nostalgia, if you want to call it, just trying the bacon today, but certainly didn't work. But yes, thankfully we had a few fish, but it's time to get home because I am freezing. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and apologies about the cormorant controversy, but it was something I feel that I needed said. Anyway, see you in the next video.